Hello guys, Amit here. I welcome you to Logic Quest DI with Logic series. This is the sixth video in my series. Please watch others also. I have updated very good questions on them. I also urge you to subscribe and like my channel. I will be updating many things in the coming days. Also, I tell you that my videos will get better over that period of time. I will be using better stylus, better UI, and you will find that it will improve over the time. Thank you for being very patient with me. I have a DI with logic sixth question with me. There's a cricket match, around 10 players are there, or 11 players are there, which are playing. I've been given their scores on which they got out, the order in which they came to bat. I've been also given the total score, which is 220. I've also given fall of wicket on the scores on which wicket fell, like first wicket fell on 25, second 52, third 70, fourth 100, then 130, then 165, 190, 200, 205, 220. Whatever is the difference, whatever is the difference between the runs scored by batsman and total score is simply the extra. So we have seven extras here. There are some questions which we need to answer, like India's score when Gambhir got out, sixth player who got out, other batsmen when Pathan got out, and who could be not out in the end. So let's start with this and let's see the approach in this kind of. First question. See, first, I have seen that the two opening players which we have is Uttapa and Sachin. So if you see, Uttapa has made a 15 score and Sachin has made 26 as his score. First wicket falls is 25. So we know that Sachin made 26, so he cannot be out at 25. So the first wicket which fell was Uttapa. So this is my first wicket. And see the second wicket. So the first wicket fell in 25, the second wicket falls on 52. The difference is 27. See the difference very well. This is 27 as a difference here. And I know Uttapa got out at 15. So when the first wicket fall out, Sachin was at 10. 10 runs he has made on the first wicket got out. Now the 27 runs are being added to the score, and obviously when first wicket fell down, Gambhir came to bat. So Gambhir has made total score as around 30 something. If I see the total score made by total score, cannot be out on that. Only person Gambhir made in 30s 31, so Gambhir cannot be out because only 27 are being added. If I add all the 27 runs to Gambhir's score, even then he won't be able to achieve a score of 31. So I'm certain that Sachin will get out because Gambhir cannot reach to his score with an increase of 27 here. So what happens when second wicket falls down? Gambhir is obviously playing on 11 and Sachin got out 26. This 27's increase, the 16 has gone to Sachin and the 11 has gone to Gambhir. 16 has gone to Sachin and Sachin got out. After that, we have an increase of 18 runs. Third wicket fall on 70. So 52 to 70, there is an increase of 18 runs. So 18 runs, I know if I give these 18 runs to Gambhir, Gambhir reaches a score of 29, at most 29. So even on 29, he's not out. So obviously, only person who can get out is UV at 8 ka score. Gambhir cannot be out at this certain situation because even if I assign all the runs to Gambhir, Gambhir is not reaching his score. So UV gets out at 8. All the runs which were added like 18, 8 goes to UV, 10 goes to Gambhir. So Gambhir moves from 11 to 21 and UV makes his 8 runs and gets out. We move forward. Next wicket is at 100. So total runs which increased was 30. Now Gambhir is at 21 and the next batsman has made around 52. So Gambhir has to get out because he has made 31. So this 30, 10 run will go to Gambhir and rest of the 20 runs goes to Rohit. So he says Gambhir gets out at fourth wicket at the score of 100. Now, fifth wicket falls as 130. The runs increases by 30 runs. So if I assign all the 30 runs to Rohit, even then he reaches only at 50, not 52, which is his scores at which he got out. So 50 he cannot be out. So it means that the other batsman who has come out to bat has got out. Dhoni makes 23 and gets out. So that's the reason 30, 23 goes to Dhoni and 7 goes to Rohit, and Rohit's score increases by plus 7 and Dhoni makes his 23 and gets out at 130. Fifth wicket falls. Now from fifth to sixth wicket, you can see the 130 to 165, around 35 runs has increased. Dhoni has already out. Rohit has missed 27. So if I kind of add 35 and 27, I know Rohit can get his score, total score. So what will happen at this scenario? So see, Rohit can get his total score at this moment. The total increase is of 35 run. So increase between fifth to sixth wicket is 35, and Pathan has come out to bat. Even if I give all the 35 runs to Pathan, Pathan won't be out because he will make 37 runs, the score at which he will be out. So I cannot make him reach 37. So that means that Rohit increased his score to 52 and got out. So his increase is by 25 runs, and rest 10 run goes to Pathan. So Pathan has come out to bat at fifth wicket down and increases his run by 10 runs. After sixth wicket, seventh wicket fell at 190, increases of 25 runs. So if I give all the 25 to Pathan, it will be 35 is score, which is not the score at which he got out. That simply means the other batsman who came to bat got out at 10 run. So the 10 run goes to Chawla from 25, and next 15 run goes to Pathan. So Pathan increases his score by 15. Next, 190 to 200, the runs increase by 10 runs. When I give 10 run to Pathan, he reaches only 35. So Pathan won't be out at any situation. So Harbhajan must have came out at 7th wicket down, and Harbhajan could have got out at 8th wicket down. 8th wicket down, he got out. After that, 200 to 205, there is an increase of 5 runs. If I give 5 runs to Pathan, he doesn't get to his score of 37. So the 5 runs doesn't make Pathan out. So it means Srishant got out at 2 runs, and Pathan is still playing. I mean, Srishant came, made 2 runs, got out. Rest 3 gets to Pathan's score, which is 33. After that, 205 to 220, 15 runs has increased. Isant has made 4, Pathan has made 37. So 4 runs has got to Pathan, and Isant has made 4 runs. Rest will be extras and something. I don't know at this point who would be out, because anybody can get out. They both could have reached their score, and anybody could be out. So I cannot determine at this moment. Also, I have not taken extra. The reason being that I am taking maximum score of batsman that he can achieve. Even if I take extra, what will happen? The batsman will score a slightly lower than what I have assumed. Even in that scenario, I am safe, because if he scores less than what I have assumed, even then he is not out. So understand that extras doesn't make any difference here for me in my logic. So the first question, India's score when Pathan got out, and sixth player to get out. First two questions. So when Gambhir got out, India's score was 100. Who is the sixth wicket? Sixth wicket is my answers are 100, and my answer are Rohit. Next two questions. Who was the other batsman with Pathan got out? So I know that Pathan and Sant was at last on the crease. So if Pathan gets out, who will be at crease? It will be Ishant. Who among the following could remain not out at the end? So I know that Pathan, who two are, I know that only Pathan and Sant are there at the end. So Pathan got out at the last. So who among the following could remain? So I have option as Pathan and Nissan. So only Pathan is given in the option. So Pathan remains not out at the end. Guys, this is my sixth question in India with Logic. Please subscribe and like this channel. I will keep improving and keep giving you good content over the time. Please believe in myself. Believe in me. Thank you so much.